Domestic Contradictions, the continuing story of a rare experiment in building socialism in one room, or Portia Faces Life in the 70s.
The demographic permutations and combinations of the inner urban lifestyle of the new poor, the middle class, have thrown up a typical room hold. A number of contradictory comrades are attempting to develop a progressive mode of living separately, together. Episode 4, the question of domestic political economy. The day of reckoning has arrived for our one-room society. The rent is overdue. First and final notices have been received for the gas and the electricity. The newsagent is refusing to deliver. But most distressing of all is the warning that the television set will be repossessed unless payment is immediately forthcoming. A stunned room hold has gathered around the tea urn to discuss this cyclic downturn in the perpetual economic crisis.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's start, eh?
Let's start.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Let's begin then.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Well, we can't go on like this all night.
No.
No, we can't.
Correct.
Well, then.
Oh, well, let's just forget it, eh?
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
that's just what you'd like, isn't it? That's what you'd like, Clive. That'd suit you right down to the ground.
What do you mean?
No awkward questions asked.
Like what?
Like, what happened to the money out of the food jar, you rat?
Well, we're not going to talk about rats and mice again, are
Oh,
we?
hang on. I thought this was supposed to be a collective, not a lynch mob.
And how come you've been looking after the TV jar for the past 6 weeks and now we get a repossession notice?
And what are these revisionist items on the newsagent's account?
Yeah.
And who keeps bringing home direct action?
And that Rut International you keep under your bed, Clive. I don't see why we should have to pay for that out of the newspaper jar.
Certainly.
Ah, yes. And tell me, Clive, dear, have you noticed that the pages of the centrefold seem to be stuck together?
Eh? Oh, that. Oh, no. Well, I can explain that. I thought I'd glue them together so the kids couldn't look at it.
Oh, yes. Oh.
Well, this is all beside the point. Look, we've got about $200 worth of bills here. There's 4 weeks' rent, $80. Gas is $23. The electricity is $38.75. The television's $24 and the newsagent's $41.12. Well, what's the 12 cents for?
Oh, that's for the Bourgeois Daily. I bought one about 3 weeks ago. What? Oh, just for the television guide. I put the money in the television jar.
In the television jar?
Well, we know where that's gone then, don't we?
Why in the television jar? Why not in the newspaper jar?
Well, I wasn't really buying it because it was a newspaper. I was buying it as an adjunct to the TV. Oh, you've got to keep updating your plans, you know.
Oh, that's the sort of attitude that comes from reading the Financial Review too much, Nigel. Anyway, what the hell does it matter which jar it goes in, newspaper or television? It always ends up in the pockets of the media barons anyway.
But our whole system of internal accounting depends on those jars, which is why the abuse of the food jar by a certain member of this room will have to be talked about. No names mentioned, Clive.
Why do you always assume it was me?
Because it always is
you. Well, look, let's see how much we've got in all the jars put together. And there's $1 there, another $2 is $3.50, 60, 80, 90, $4, 40, $4.56, $4.91.
Oh, rich.
$4.91.
Yeah, well, that leaves us about $196 to find. Well, OK, we'll just have to have a complete economic statement from everyone so that we can work out who can pay what.
Good idea.
Well, come on. Well, out with those secret bank books.
Right.
Who's first?
Not me.
Oh, look, well, I'll start if you like. My position's very clear. I haven't got a bean.
Where's the television money then?
Yeah, and a loan from the food jar.
Look, I can explain it all if you'll just give me a chance.
Yeah, well, we're waiting.
Well, you have to look at it from the broad perspective of political economy. I mean, theoretically, I've got about $600.
In practice, what do you got?
Yeah, well, that's precisely the question. See, the money is there, if you see what I mean, but it just isn't here at this particular moment. It's sort of out there moving around in the general economy, working for us all.
Just get down to it, Clive.
Dee, it's the perfectly ordinary practice of deficit budgeting. I'm financing me old debts with me new debts.
Economist nonsense.
Okay. Look, if you want a complete list, I'll give it to you. If that's really what you want. There's the bail money I owe Civil Liberties from 6 years ago, but that's hardly pressing. And there's the money I owe Paula for smashing up her car. And the $50 I borrowed from your mother, Conrad.
Yes,
and then there are other bits and pieces, parking fines, dope, etc. and so on.
Yeah, well, what about all those checks that keep arriving for different people who always turn
Yeah,
out
all
to
right.
be you?
Yeah, all right. Well, I've got to service me debts, don't I? So there's my regular sickness benefit, the dole cheque, the neat payment.
And the TPI pension.
Yeah, and Mario owes me 6 weeks' pay, I might add. But the fact of the matter is that at the moment I'm flat broke.
So tell me something new. Why don't you just go out and get a proper job? You'll just have to go and get some money somehow.
Oh, that's typical. That's typical.
Yeah.
Reminds me very much of when we were married,
Yeah,
dear.
well, it
When
should.
I was earning good money as an A1 encyclopedia salesman, and you were always
right.
after me for huge sums. The demands never ended.
Hey, what did you do with all that money, Dee?
Nothing. He never gave me any.
Oh!
Well,
Come on then, let's get back to the present. What about the money from the television show? Where's that gone?
Yeah, I lent that to Maury.
You lent it to Maury.
I don't believe
you
it.
must have been drunk.
Oh,
I was. I drink because I've got financial problems.
any excuse.
But don't worry.
Maury?
I can get it back any time. Look, it was just to tide him over the weekend. Maury's okay, I tell you. He'll pay it back whenever I ask him.
You've got to be kidding. Maury, he borrowed my bike for 10 minutes 8 months ago and I haven't seen it since.
I can get the money off him, I tell you. I'll get it now if you want me to.
Yeah, well,
Yes,
we want
do
you
it.
to.
We do.
I'll ring him up.
Yeah, you do that, Clive.
I will.
Well, go on.
I am. I've forgotten his number.
347-7133.
Right.
Thanks.
Yeah, pleasure.
This will be good.
Yeah, can you just imagine Maury of all people? Gosh, it's typical. isn't it?
Hello? Is Maury there? Oh. Do you know when he'll be back?
How convenient. How convenient.
Huh? Yeah. How long ago? Really?
Figures.
Where to? Amsterdam. Thanks. Bye. He's gone to Amsterdam.
Oh, you are.
Probably just for the weekend, though.
Oh, yeah.
Has Murray really gone to Amsterdam? Does this mean the collapse of the domestic political economy? Are our comrades really poor or only poorly real? These and other questions will not be answered in the next episode of Domestic Contradictions.